recording over the thing?
No, well, I muted it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it even recording?
Yeah, it should be.
Hello.
Have we lost everybody?
Hey, cool things are happening over here.
Can I just say one thing?
And by that, we mean nothing happened because we lost all of our audio from like 30 minutes ago. You guys, the stuff that we said was so funny. Like, trust.
You can't hear.
Trust and believe. You can't hear
me. It's Jess. I'm Jess.
We went over what we did for the weekends, and you'll never know.
Yeah.
I did nothing. Jess did some things. You don't get to know what those things are. We plan on spending Christmas together and watching Harry Potter, and I watched Lord of the Rings, and into Dirty John.
Yay!
Like, oh my God.
Oh, wait.
What?
Lava Cap.
Lava Cap.
One thing we'll talk about. Oh, that was better
That
this
was
time.
better.
That's
better
good.
Second time around.
Yay.
Yeah.
We're drinking Lava Cap.
Yay.
Yay. Oh, yay. I feel like a cartoon, really.
Yeah.
What type of character is that? I don't know.
I thought you just said, what type of carrot is that? I'm like, it's not any.
It's not a character. It's not a carrot.
It's Lava Cap. Oh my God. Can I tell you a meme that I thought was so funny today? Like, I like snorted at work.
Oh, and you didn't send it to me?
Oh, no, I think I did send it to you. But everybody needs to know about it. It's so hilarious. Hold on. Pause.
For Lava Cap sponsorship, please sponsor us.
It's actually
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Blah. No, it's not. Wait. The meme is, my body, can I have some me iced latte coming up?
I love that meme so much.
It's so accurate. I'm like, I don't want an iced latte, but I'm gonna get an iced latte. Like,
the hell? So good right now. I'm drinking Lava Cap, and I love this, but also an iced latte sounds great. Yeah. Can I just say one
thing? Actually? I forgot.
That's like Monday in a nutshell today. My brain has just been pew, pew, pew. I don't know what sound that was.
Sucks. I have not used my brain even a little bit today. I got to use my fake customer service voice like 4 times today. Ooh. It was fun.
Yeah. Don't you sound like completely different?
Here, let's
ready?
do a mock.
Okay.
Call me. You have to actually call me though.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Tax and Wage Correction Group, this is Demi. How may I help you?
Hi.
No!
I could actually see you saying that to somebody. No!
Get out of here.
I love it.
You hurt my feelings.
Yeah. I used to work for a telemarketing company. That was my very first job. I was a telemarketer.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. My very first job, I was a telemarketer. Oh. Yep. And
you're like next level. You're like closer to Michael Scott than I am.
The office was like nutso. Like there was a whole bank. It was like an open room, and everybody. Thankfully, like we had like kind of windows that we could see out of and stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, the turnover for that place was like crazy.
Rapid fire.
Yeah, and so I was 16 when I started working there.
Is that legal?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I used to have people were so nice to me. There was one week I made $30 an hour because I got so many people to go to like a show. It wasn't like you had to buy something through me. You had to go to like a trade place to do what's it called when you have
seasonings?
My hands are going crazy. When you have timeshares or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So people would go to a timeshare show, and they would go because you can get like a digital camera, or you get tickets for something, or all these things. Yeah. The digital camera was like shit. And like back then it was a DVD player. You can get a DVD player, all these things.
Yes.
And I had this one household I called, and she called me back to sign up the rest of her family to go to these. So I made $30 an hour for a whole week, which was a lot for a 16-year-old.
That's like excessive for a 16-year-old.
And I had one person ask me, "How old are you? 12?" Because my customer service voice is just so out of control.
That's when I was like 18, my first job, well, no, not my first job, but like my first restaurant job was at a Mexican restaurant in Carmel Valley.
Mexican, yes.
It was so good, but I got in trouble all the time from my manager because he told me that I had resting bitch face. Also, that manager told me that I had childbearing hips.
That is the most appalling thing.
Isn't that like trash? Can you believe that? I was like 17 or 18
cannot
and like a
believe
35.
Jonathan Van Ness would be twirling on the ice with
disdain and
yes,
disgust and repulsion. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my
When he
gosh.
said that to me, I think I was just like, what does that mean?
Yeah, because you're
Please, why don't you explain your pervy little
you have childbearing hips. Comment to me, please. I would love to get
what
this
do
written
you
down
mean by
so
that?
I could.
Are you just like looking at women's hips because no one would want to give birth to your child, or like just wondering? What does that mean?
So
Also, I do have childbearing.
but you don't need some manager to point that out to you.
And
Fuck that guy.
I hate. That was the most constant thing in my restaurant days was men telling me, "Why aren't you smiling?" And I'm like, "Why would I be smiling, Gerald?
Yeah, you know
Why would I have a smile on my face when there's nothing to... Why don't you have a smile on your face?"
Yeah, seriously. Have you seen Broad City? Have you seen the... Yep. It's my favorite GIF. It's the one where it's Alana and Abby that are in this show, and they they flip off the person and like make a smile with the corners of their mouth. I'll definitely post that picture. It's like my favorite scene in all
It's true. Why should I?
I'm not gonna.
But that's neither here nor there.
Nope. We are here to talk about Dirty John. We're here to talk about Behind Closed Doors. Ready, Demi? Take it away.
Okay, so Dirty John.
So good.
I know. It was
really good.
Really great. So the top thing that I want to mention with this week's episode, his wife, ex-wife, Tracy?
Tanya.
Should have known that. My boss's name is Tanya. Whatever. Tanya really finds out the meaning behind his nickname, Dirty John. And there's flashbacks and present. But what I loved is that in the show, they keep the dialogue, the actual literal dialogue between Tanya and John, the exact same to a T, verbatim.
From the podcast.
Podcast, not even the podcast, from his phone call.
No, from his phone call. Yeah. So on the podcast,
right.
They play back audio from phone calls. And what I do, okay, so this is what I want to say, is that the great thing, I love my podcast. I obviously listen to him like all day long. But the one thing I love about watching a show is seeing the cinematic, interaction between characters. Also, kind of real people in a sense. They're playing real people.
Can I tell you something really
course.
fucking quick that pissed me off?
Tell me now.
I was watching the show this morning before work, and it was the scene where Tanya's at a conference.
Yeah.
And she sits down to talk to the speaker.
Yep.
My TV glitches out and goes right to where she's with John in the kitchen.
Are you kidding me?
I have no idea what their conversation was.
You don't?
No.
You want me to recap it for you right now?
Please.
Okay, so it's towards the end of the episode that Demi's talking about where Tanya goes to this like conference.
Pediatric something conference.
Yeah, because Tanya is an anesthesiologist. And so she meets the speaker and they start talking about how the speaker isn't married, but she's like kind of talking to somebody who seems to be interested. They've been dating for 10 months. And the speaker asks the woman that she's talking to, which is Tanya, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even catch your name." And she's putting on her jacket. And she's like, "Oh, my name is Tanya." And she sees the last name Meehan. And the speaker's like, who, what's going on? She's like, "Oh, yeah, you probably know my husband. You know, I have 2 kids. You probably know him. He comes to this area all the time to do anesthesiology stuff. And John Meehan." And the woman just looks at her like, what the heck? So that's when it cuts to her in the kitchen and she confronts him about cheating on him for 10 months.
Oh my God. When he, so I figured out what was going on while she was like not talking to him and he was being all like, "How was the thing? Blah, blah, blah." Also, would she not tell him, "Oh, I'm going to go see this speaker"?
You know
what I mean? But anyway, however it played out. But oh God, I couldn't believe his reaction. You really want to get into this right now?
I know. And
Bitch.
basically, like, led up to the fact where he's like, kind of just saying like, well, I'm kind of bored, essentially. He didn't say in those words, but he's basically like, well, what do you expect me to do?
When that happened, I think electricity shot out of my fingertips. I was just like, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
If my person, I'm not even going to put Brett would never do that to me.
Right.
But if he did.
Yeah.
I
feel like you're killing him. You're killing him in your mind right now.
It's not even I would kill him. This is truly what I would do. I would light everything he owns on fire in the front yard.
Like that's a very...
it's fair. Yeah. Like it's not enough, but it's a start.
I mean, especially in this case.
I would light the stuff on fire, delete all my social medias with him in it, and then move on.
Yeah, goodbye.
Like...
That's when you know a woman is truly over somebody, is when she like gets rid of stuff. You know,
not like
a good sign.
6 months later. I still have this pencil that you left over at my house when we were studying. It's like, dude,
it's fine.
You need to stop.
Stop.
You're stalking a little bit.
Yeah. So, and a lot in this episode too is Deborah, like realizing that she needs to leave John.
She did such a great. Also, she's nominated.
She's
for
nominated.
a Golden Globe.
Yay!
Yes.
Connie Bryton is nominated for Dirty John, and it just started. Well, I bet you they watch all of it ahead of time.
Yeah, they're.
It really is a great show. Like they're doing a really good job with it.
Yeah.
I kind of get it. I think I even said this last week, where it's like I'm kind of understanding why women were maybe just stunned by him, because he's such a smooth talker. He's a socio-freaking-path.
Also, this is like, what is it, 70s, 80s?
I think
women
80s,
are not as free. I'm serious. They weren't as free as and outspoken and like
for
equal
Tanya
as they are.
Yeah, for
because
his ex-wife.
That's how it opens up, is him saying, wait a minute, you're doing this, this, and this, and just because you're a guy, you don't get paid as much because you're a woman. And she's like, yeah, we basically have a, what does she call it? A babysitter or something like that.
Yeah, because initially she is a nurse.
Yeah.
And so she has to have either a doctor or an anesthesiologist supervise her when she's admitting the drugs to a patient. And he's like, wait, so you're doing the exact same job, but you're making less money? And it is interesting, like, even for somebody that's a sociopath, to point that out. It's just like, yeah, he's definitely trying to get to her to get to her.
Yep.
So when I was listening to the podcast today, it was just saying that, like, from the beginning, before they were even married, he was cheating on her.
Tanya?
Cheating on Tanya. John was cheating on Tanya before they were even married, because the way that the journalist was talking about it. So cheated on Tanya. He failed law school, and then Tanya was trying to become an anesthesiologist. And during the time he failed law school and she was becoming an anesthesiologist, they were getting married. And this is when Tanya was 25. John was really 31.
That's right. Oh my God. And he lied.
And he lied and said he was 26.
That's right. And then his name is John. And he said Jonathan.
Yeah, he said his name was Jonathan.
Like, any reason to lie, he'll lie.
Why? Like, what's the actual point?
The point?
I know
oh my God.
somebody like this who will just lie to lie. Like, that is, they actually get joy from constructing.
One.
Yeah.
I've met one in my life.
Yeah, it's just insane. It's just like, why? I'm catching you in this lie.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Have you caught them in a lie?
Totally.
And you're just, and like, you know that you told me this thing, and now you're saying the complete opposite. So, like, what?
What is it? Yeah.
But then it's hilarious because they get so pissed at you for remembering the lie.
That's dirty John catching people. Like, when people catch him, he freaks out.
It's wild.
Yeah.
It's so wild.
Well, what else happens with Deborah? I feel like we haven't talked about Deborah too much.
Deborah. So Deborah goes into the hospital, and because she's having a panic attack because she's figuring out all this stuff. She goes to the
lawyer,
private detective. No, the lawyer calls her
and says, I can't do your case because
he sues lawyers.
Yeah, I can't risk that.
Yeah.
Which, and then they go to that's when they go to the private
also
detective.
Part of your job, but like whatever. Okay.
Yeah. With her daughter, she goes to the private detective to get all of the information
that Veronica hired.
Yeah.
So she gets the information. She's obviously shaken.
Right.
Like, I need to disassociate. Get out of here. Goodbye. So then she's like, because John is picking her up from work.
Right. So she's like, I have to get back. I don't want him to know anything's going on.
Before this, I think she goes to the safety deposit box, and all the money's gone.
Yep. So
Well, no, wait.
Yeah, it's all gone. So the last episode, in episode 2,
Does he take the entire purse that she had with like $90,000 in it to the
they didn't say in the show, so I don't know.
I don't think so, because at the end of the show
but I wonder if that's stuff she found. So at the end of the show, she finds like rolls of cash.
She knew where it was. She knew where that was, but then she finds the
that
pill.
Bottle of pills. So in this episode, we find out that he's addicted to drugs still. He was also addicted to drugs back when he was married to Tanya.
With the baby in the stuff.
Yep. So he was
super descriptive.
So descriptive. I'll
Idiot.
explain.
Yeah. Jess, please take my words and put them into sentences. Thank you.
So it comes to find out that one of Tanya's coworkers in the show sees John. Also in real life, they figured that in the podcast and the real life stuff, they figured this out too. But Tanya's coworker sees John take like medicine that gets you high that they use for patients, and he's putting it in his pocket. He's not giving patients the full dosage, and that even happens in the podcast. He's not giving them full dosage, and that's how you can find out if an anesthesiologist is stealing, is if
that's
patients...
what it was in the first episode.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, I realized that. So in the very first episode, you see women just randomly screaming, and they don't explain in pain, and they don't explain it. But it turns out that's what happens when you're not getting enough of the drugs that you're supposed to be prescribed.
He's so evil.
Because he's stealing them from people. Yeah. It's evil.
So sick.
Yep. So he's getting high himself. He's pocketing
all the drugs, and then when Tanya's friend pulls Tanya aside and is like, "Look, I had to do this," which good for her. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I could do that.
I know but in the nursing and medical field, you have to put
your patients first.
You absolutely have to.
That's
it's
number
crucial.
one.
It's crucial. So,
so she tells her, like, I've reported him to the board of medicine or whatever.
Just make sure you're safe. I know you're not doing anything.
Yeah, she gave Tanya the heads up, like, go clear out your house because you could be...
Go find it. Because Tanya had no idea it was even happening.
My eyes are so big at you right now. Like, keep going.
It's very intense and it's so true.
Again. It's too bright.
So bright. But so Tanya goes and searches the house and finds it in like a kid's toy where the freaking stash is.
He had like 12 vials of whatever and syringes, and that is so terrifying.
Yeah.
So
she changes the locks and all that stuff. He kicks him out, and they're getting divorced. And that's when we kind of mentioned before where they're having a real conversation in the show that they actually had in real life.
Yes.
Where it's like he's just saying, "You want to know why I'm smiling right now?" And she's like, "What are you talking about, John? You're not making any sense." He's like, "You'll find out." She's like, "What are you even saying? I don't know what you're talking about, John."
When that time comes, when that moment comes, just remember this and you'll know.
And she's like, "What are you saying?" And she basically just like, "You're freaking psycho."
Psychopath.
Yeah, so psycho. So it turns out that this really connects really well the way that they did it in the show where they're showing that he does have a drug addiction. Yes. Because cut to the time with Deborah, he's having a reaction because his drugs are the reason why he's having that stomach thing is because of the drugs. I think that's what they even said in the podcast.
No, he actually did have back issues. It was his back.
Okay.
So I don't know why they made it a stomach issue in the show, but in the podcast, he did have to have surgery on his back.
Oh, it was on his back. But it was a stomach thing in the show.
In the show, yeah. So,
but at least in the show, the doctor was like, "How long has your husband been addicted to opioids?"
Yes, and she's like, I don't know anything about that."
I don't know.
And
Deborah's a boss ass bitch.
Dude, I just want to really like praise Connie Brighton right now because she is absolutely slaying Deb's role.
Yep, she really is.
Being this kind of like appearing meek, but also like I just love her so much because she's like, I'm going to keep my path. I'm going to be the same me, but I know what the hell I've got to do. She's like, I love you. I love that she kissed him and said, I love you.
Everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be okay. I'm going to go pray for you because that's her true character. Yeah. And so she uses that against him because he thinks like, pointing to the bed where he's laying, because he's like, that's who Deb is. She is really going to go pray and she does love me and blah, blah, blah. So there's no reason for him to get any red flags.
Nope. And what does she actually do?
She dips.
Yep.
She's like, goodbye.
She goes back to their house.
With Veronica, with her moving crew. And she's like,
packs up everything.
Good.
Yep.
I'm out.
Yeah.
Also, I am so devastated when she was talking to the private detective and the private detective was like, change your clothes, change your hair, change your car, move, don't go out, keep a low profile. It's like, this guy needs to be put the fuck away.
Yeah, and she shouldn't have to change her life for fucking shit.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So this psycho gets to go on living his life after coming to my dating profile the day he gets out of jail.
Right.
Because he was on good behavior. Yet again, here we are.
Oh, don't.
Oh my
Don't you dare get me started.
All his charges are all felony charges. And what was it? 2 consecutive year or 2
So he had two consecutive years.
Which means it's not 4 years strung together. It's 2 years stuck on top of each other.
It's weird. It doesn't make sense. But then he also had like days accrued, so he only served like 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months and then
it was
month.
like 530 something days that he was like, excused from serving.
That's so crazy.
It is it's obscene.
Yeah.
Our system is why?
Have you listened to Serial, the 3rd season yet?
Oh shit, I haven't.
I haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it either.
Also, I definitely recommend that to anybody listening to us to also listen to Serial.
Yeah,
the 3rd season
I got to episode 2 and I
interesting.
was just like,
it's devastating.
What is happening?
Yeah, the
I'm
justice
alarmed.
system is so also. Speaking of the justice system, I have a friend who emailed me via Facebook, and she's like, I don't really want to start like a debate necessarily on your page. She's like, I'm taking like a class right now, and she's like, it's truly insane. She's like, all this stuff that because she was when she was listening to, I think, our first book, I'll Be Gone in the Dark, and she's like, it's truly as insane as you guys are talking about. And I'm like, that makes me so sad.
Tell her to write in and give us some insight or whatevers.
Yeah.
I would love to know, because I just don't. What is the purpose? What is the purpose of saying that this bad human who will continue to be bad, when they're not offering any direction to inmates of how to better themselves?
I know.
Yeah. Why should they be rewarded? Why?
Great mother freaking question.
No, truly. Like, it's so upsetting to
Yeah.
me.
And yet non-violent offenders are stuck in there.
Oh.
Like the Dirty John.
Yes.
Had felonies
for firearms and stalking and threats and this and how many pages did Deb go through?
I don't countless.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I hope that was true, that she really did take pictures.
Ooh, yeah.
In real life.
I don't know.
I don't remember hearing that.
Doesn't matter now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this was a good episode. It was so scary.
Good. It was scary. I was hoping I could see like a snippet for episode 4, but I didn't see anything. Yeah.
No, but it's what great timing, even in real life, for him to go into the hospital, for her to have a reason to get out.
Yeah.
Where he can't do anything.
Lucky.
Did she end up doing the annulment in real life? I didn't listen to the podcast
I didn't listen to the last 20 minutes because I ran out of time. I was so busy today. I don't know for sure, so we'll have to find out.
Okay.
We'll find out together.
Yeah. I'll listen next week.
Yeah. Okay, so
okay,
we're here.
Yeah,
we're talking about behind closed doors. Okay, Demi, what do you think about behind closed doors?
Okay, so where did we stop last time?
Okay, so I think it's the place when you texted me today. So the last thing I remember is that, like, the biggest recap was Millie saying, Jack pushed me down the stairs.
Right.
I like Jack, but I don't like George Clooney.
Okay. Yeah, so that's how we ended it, was Millie coming to Grace and being concerned. So this week we start and we're in the present. And Grace is talking about going to Esther and Rufus's for dinner.
But his name's Rufus. Rupert. Rupert or Rufus?
Rufus. I have Rufus.
I swear that the voice... Hold on one second. Pause.
Oh.
Pause.
Oh, can you play it?
Oh my God. Yeah, let me just have you guys
little
listen.
snippet.
So my friend Autumn messaged me on Facebook. Hi, Autumn. So awesome that she supports us. She's somebody, I think she's in Sweden. Let me know for sure. That might be the person that's in Sweden. I know she lives somewhere in Europe over there.
We have multiple people in Sweden.
And Poland.
And Poland and South Africa and the UK.
Yeah.
So we're international. National, bitch. Bitch,
Maybe it's not Sweden though. I can't remember. Okay, I'll have to ask her. But anyway, she was saying that we picked a really good book. She blew through it in 2 days, and I was like,
I feel that.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel that, Autumn.
She wouldn't suddenly blurt it out to Janice, or even accuse Jack to his face. I don't think it had occurred to him that she might have realised her fall was more than an accident.
Mm-hmm. She does a really good British accent.
Wait, that's not
Not British. I mean, not British. Irish accent. Let's see.
She's
Hold on.
Irish?
No. She does a really good Irish accent. So,
Is
they
Rufus
do an
Irish?
they do an Irish accent for Millie's teacher, Millie's teacher.
find
Oh,
it?
I'll find it. Hold on. Let me see if I just want to see though really quickly.
Past.
Nope, that's not the one. I want to do
Janice.
I want to do the one that we're about to read right now because I swear I thought they said Rupert.
After what Millie had told me,
I really thought they said Rupert.
Dang, I really want to listen to her talk more.
we're going to Esther and Rufus's
Oh,
tonight.
it's Rufus.
And to see
Not Rupert, like I
Liar.
wrote down.
You liar.
we're going.
Cool. But anyway, that's a little sidebar. So we're
All right.
going to Esther and Rufus's.
And then she's like, Grace is kind of excited because she's like, cool, we're going to Esther and Rufus's and then we're going to Millie the next day. So she's like stoked on this social interaction that she's getting.
She's also super stoked to get out of pajamas. Like all she does, she's locked in her room
Yes.
24/7
Okay.
when she's at home. And so she's like, cool, I can actually dress up. And
Exactly.
she's so cunning because she's
know.
like, okay, I really want to wear a certain dress, but I don't want him to know I want to wear that dress.
Right.
So I'm going to pretend that I want to wear a black dress. I don't want to wear it all.
Can we backtrack for
Yes.
one page maybe?
course.
Because there's this part where it says one thing she hates about being kept prisoner, which like being kept prisoner,
all
everything
the things?
actually. But one of the things she really misses is like when she's in her room, she'll listen to Jack roam around the house and do his normal human things. And the one thing she really misses is making tea for herself. And I'm just like, can you imagine what is something that you do so mindlessly, it's just a part of your day where you're just like, I would miss that. What's one thing?
I mean, shoot, that's a really good question, Demi. Maybe just when I'm getting ready and honestly just listening to podcasts that's not even in the back. It's in the background. I'm not even realizing I'm listening to them sometimes.
Yes.
Or a book on tape or something because I do that I'm constantly listening to Audible.
Totally.
Is that what you're gonna? What are you gonna say?
Yeah, well, same, how her mundane thing is making tea. This is me every single weekday morning. My alarm is set for 6:30. I wake up at 6:30 and I hit snooze and I play on my phone for the 9 minutes. And then I get out of bed. I start my water for my coffee.
You actually get out of bed after the first 9 minutes?
Sometimes. So I'll
That's
hit,
impressive.
I might hit it a few times. If I get a good night's sleep, then I'm up and ready to go.
I'm
and then
impressed.
But wait, let me tell you why I get up and do it right away.
Okay.
Because I'll make my coffee and then I'll get back in bed and then I watch The Office or Portlandia for
I have seen you post on your stories about watching The Office.
Oh
in the
my
morning.
God. It is truly the best way to start the day. And then I start getting ready by 7:15. 7:15 is the latest that I'll give myself.
That's good.
Because I have to catch the train by 8.
Oh, see, that's what I wish I had, a train to catch or something. I wish I had something where I had to. No, truly, because I
You can
am
come ride the train with me.
late to work every day, kind of.
Oh,
for the most
no.
part. Yeah,
Well,
but it's
nobody's
whatever.
there.
Yeah. It's me who opens it up, and nobody starts calling until later. So it's not a major deal. I set my alarm for 6:45. I might not get out of bed till 7:30 because I'm hitting snooze to all those times.
Jess!
I hit snooze until about 7:30.
Jess, you bad girl.
Bad girl. My
Bad
favorite thing.
girl.
My favorite thing ever. It's my favorite. Favorite for all the days. Yeah, so it's just I honestly think that maybe my little mundane thing would just be enjoying the sleeping in. Because if you're just chilling, if she has nothing to do all day.
Do you know what I would do if I were Grace?
What?
I would try and break down that freaking door.
You know what I would do?
Tell me.
So I was thinking about this today because I was re-listening to the chapters that we had to read. And I was thinking, so what if she causes a scene at one of her dinner parties? So freaking what? One of those people, because there are women in there too, are going to feel guilty if they don't, like, offer to take her home. Or, like, follow up. Exactly. Yep. So, be like, Jack has a freaking basement, which we come to find out. Yeah. That's, like, a torture chamber. Psychological torture chamber.
Okay, well, I guess let's finish up this dinner party. So they go to the dinner party, and at the dinner party, Grace is kind of letting loose, and she has some champagne, and she's feeling good, and she gets some semblance of, like,
this feels normal. It feels good.
It should feel normal, and it breaks my heart. I know.
That's what she was signing up for and had no idea that she married a psychopath.
Yes, and so they are at this dinner party, and she's having a really good time, and then Jack sees that, and he's like, great, I'm going to ruin this for her. And he's like, you know what? Let's cheers to Millie. It's, what is it, 75
days until
75 days until Millie comes and lives with us again.
Because his whole freaking point, just to recap, is because he wants Millie at the house so he can torture Millie. Mm-hmm. He wants to starve Millie. He wants to
torture her. He wants to hear her scream.
He wants
his,
fear.
That's his thing.
Yeah, he's
which
very
we learn
that.
later. I mean, I guess we
learn kind of throughout because his mother. He loved his mother's scream.
He likes torturing his mother. But I mean, he shows Grace the basement and the torture chamber and locks her in there and says, like, I hope Millie's as vocal as you, and I can't wait to torture more vocal. And he makes her, like, paint all these pictures of his his clients.
His clients that are actually battered women.
Yes.
Okay, so with that, let me just say this real quick.
Just one thing.
Can I just say one thing, please? So he was saying that, like, aren't these women beautiful? Isn't this woman beautiful? After she's a battered, beaten woman.
Yeah, broken nose.
There's actually people out there like that. So when at the dinner party, when he cheers to Millie, Grace just breaks.
No.
What?
Not yet.
At the dinner party?
Not yet.
What
because
Tell me then. I don't know.
They're at the dinner party and they cheers to that, and Grace is super shaken. And then Diane's husband, don't remember his name.
Don't care.
Says we should also cheers to the fact that Diane's pregnant, and they're all happy and cheering. And that's when Grace breaks down and starts crying, and she's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And Jack immediately runs and grabs her like a husband should and says, you know what? It's because Grace had a miscarriage last week.
And this is what makes me so sad. The fact that women do go through miscarriages. Like, this is something it's an actual hard thing that some women have to go through. And it's very sad and very emotional. And the fact that he has the audacity to use something that doesn't actually happen.
He's a not human.
Yeah, he's horrible. He's an actual horrible character.
He's a reptile person. Just like Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
Joel Osteen's a reptile character. I was so creeped out by him on Sunday. I saw him and I was like, why isn't he blinking?
Also, why were you watching Joel Osteen? Were you watching ABC Family? Oh, no, it's Freeform now?
You will never believe why I was watching Joel Osteen.
For comic relief? Why?
I was in a Mexican restaurant getting breakfast burritos.
Shut up. And Joel Osteen
That's the only thing they had on their TV.
That's so random. It's probably like from the night before.
And it wasn't even
subtitled?
No subtitles. It was on mute.
They're like, we don't need to listen. That is so funny.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that's somebody that's definitely making some money.
It's church.
And somebody that's
literally looks like a football stadium.
Yeah.
It's Scientology.
Close
Everything is Scientology.
Oh my God. Everybody go watch Leah Remini's Scientology.
I haven't watched the email that you sent me yet.
Oh my God.
Dude, Lava Cap has struck again.
Lava Cap. Okay, we're back.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So they're at the dinner party. Grace has a miscarriage. Jack is like, my poor wife. Yeah. No miscarriage has happened. And so then she like gets her shit together and she's like, I think Esther is respecting me more because she sees I'm like a real human who's gone through fake struggles. Quote,
yeah, but she's going through other struggles that are actually like
true. Yes. And this is the most disgusting part.
Tell me.
I bet you already know. What are your notes?
My note is that Jack mentions how he felt normal.
Oh my God, that's what I was going to say.
Shut up. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious right now?
I'm dead serious.
Dude,
that is the main part in this book besides the very last line of the book.
Don't tell me because I haven't read it.
I will never tell you until we get there.
Good.
But that line resonated with me for the entire freaking book.
That's crazy. Well, that he felt normal,
that
but he'd rather be...
He's like, I got to see what it was like. It felt right. It felt this. It felt that.
It felt normal to hold you and console
Grace,
you and all that.
Exactly, around all our friends. And Grace is like, you can be that. I can show you how. And he's like, I prefer to be this evil human. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. So then I was thinking... I
wish I could have taken a picture of what Demi just did with her hands.
Go for it. I'll do it again. I do it all the time.
Hold on.
No. Okay, are you ready?
Ready? Set.
So, what I was thinking...
Please tell me I got it. No, it's so blurry, but I get it. I got it a little bit. It's blurry as hell.
It's scary. All our candles. Are we having a seance?
Jinx.
Lava cup. Lava cup. This is for you. What are you putting here?
I don't know.
Like LSD mainly.
High on that wine club feels. Okay, back to the book.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh, and that's when wait, does he take her to the basement and then we get into the basement?
Not yet. He doesn't take her to the basement yet.
Well, I think so.
No, it's when she breaks. So she's taken to the basement because she breaks a bottle over his
head.
Oh,
wait. We just stopped talking about his, it was nice to be normal, but I like being a psychopath. Mm-hmm. So my question is, okay, do psychos think like, oh, they have those glimpses, those moments of like, I was normal here, I was normal there. I know that I'm evil in this way. I wonder if I should change. But do they prefer to be that? Like, if they were given an option of being evil or being good, what would they choose?
I don't know. I think that's a hard question, I think, to answer. And it's probably like, I'm sure there are evil people out there that choose not to be, so
like
evil.
A Dexter?
Kind of.
Like a vigilante a little bit?
I remember like years ago, I was reading about a man who he wanted to have sex with underage boys. He wanted to, but he felt bad about it. And he went to a doctor, and the doctor prescribed him
lobotomy.
Yeah, but
lobotomy.
Like impotent pills, like to keep him impotent and to keep his sex drive down.
Okay.
He like went out and sought
help. Yeah.
To keep the urge that was within him down. So I think that I bet you there has to be. I mean, there's billions of people on this planet.
Yeah.
There has to be people that maybe don't succumb to those things. You know what I mean?
Man.
I mean, I think we're all obviously not to most levels that serial killers and like psychopaths are. Like we all have this like evil tendency, like, in some way.
Like sometimes you wish bad on someone.
Totally.
Like I wish they weren't that successful, or they wish.
Yeah, I'm definitely guilty of that. Like sometimes I'm just like, why are they like
envious?
Why do I get,
envy.
Envious.
It's envy.
Yeah.
I would never wish harm.
No.
Not even think about anything harmful happening to another person.
No.
So the fact that there are people in the world that are just like, I want to cause the pain. Mm-hmm. So today I was listening to My Favorite Murder, and I was listening to one of their very, very first episodes, and it was about Mary Bell.
Mary Bell. Oh,
heartbreaking.
Mary Bell.
Very, very heartbreaking. So she was tortured her whole childhood, and she was a child that...
Not just by her, like, mother.
No, she was sold, and she was sold into like, prostitution by her mother.
By her mother. But wasn't also other people, like, torturing her, too? Didn't she have siblings that tortured her?
Oh, no, that was Sylvia Lycan.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I'm
that
getting
was terrible.
So sorry. Okay.
So Mary Bell was a young girl, and her mom tried to kill her multiple times, and it was just a very bad situation, like, more than that. But... and she told police officers, or maybe it was like jail guards or whatever they are, I like hurting things. I like making things hurt.
And it was her own daughter.
No.
Oh, Mary Bell.
No, Mary Bell is the daughter.
Sorry. I thought you were saying her mother said that.
She killed, I think, 2 boys, 2 like 3-year-old boys.
Mm-hmm. I do remember that
and then she was killing a cat.
Yeah.
And she told the guard, she's like, I like making things hurt. But she did that because she hurt.
Yeah.
I
mean, being sold into prostitution at a young age. Oh,
it's so heartbreaking. Like, nobody wants... we might have to delete this, because every time I hear these stories about, like, girls like that and boys that are like, well, my mom did this, my dad did this, I was sexually abused and all this stuff. 100% of the reason people turn out the way that they do is because of how they were raised. I stand by that. I believe that 100%.
You think 100% of the people that are like that?
I
think some people are kind
95.
I think that there are some people that are born fucked up for sure. I think that there are definitely
that are very influenced.
Yeah. Or like just some chemical thing that's happening in their actual brain.
Sure.
I definitely think that people are also product of what they're around. 100%.
Totally.
I mean,
and
that's,
but not
culture.
Not necessarily like
in that sense, not obviously.
Like if I were raised super religious, like I kind of was. I was raised to go to church every Sunday, and like that was my community. And then I kind of like grew out of it. And it's not like I'm an atheist or anything. I'm not, but like I
was raised super religious and I rebelled the fuck away. Goodbye.
Yeah, but like you were not what is the word? You were not like privy to like drugs and alcohol, watching your parents do that and having your parents abuse you and like all those things. So I'm saying like even when you grow up and you see those things when you're in middle school and high school and stuff, like that's natural, that's normal growing up stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's your parents that are putting that into your brain from day one, you really don't
and
have
you go through sexual abuse and
exactly. When you are sexually abused and you are open to sexuality at such a young age,
and you don't have a way to understand that. There's
such
no, like,
a
process.
Detrimental thing to your psyche. I can't even imagine. Like I wasn't sheltered. I was raised properly. Like I feel like you and I were probably raised with the appropriate like.
I mean, there are things in my childhood I definitely disagree with religious wise that I don't.
Oh, sure, but
proper.
I'm strictly talking like sexual.
I see. Like in the way that like
you weren't
not
allowed to watch certain movies because of your age, and you
Right.
weren't allowed to be around certain things and go to certain places because of your age, because your parents were like, no, you're not old enough for that yet.
I did see a lot of movies I wasn't supposed to see though on my own.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, because I think
That girl. She strikes again.
There's a movie called Ripe that has, I think it's Christina Ricci.
That sounds right.
And
I think you're right.
Have you seen it before then?
No, but I can picture it in my head.
It's not Christina Ricci. It's she was in Dawson's Creek. I love Dawson's Creek so much. It's one of my favorite shows ever. So let's see if it pops up. And it's definitely not something I probably should have been watching, but I definitely watched it multiple times. It's about two young girls whose they run away from their parents. And I don't know if the parents are killed in a car crash, and these sisters like run away.
Okay.
And they're very young. Like one of the girls hasn't even started her period, but she has like a sexual relationship with an older man.
So they get into a car accident and they run away from the car accident?
Yeah, their parents die in it and they run away because they want to be runaways. They don't want to like be taken in by anybody.
Oh, that's gnarly.
And I mean, this movie is wild. Like
really?
It's insane. Like, yeah, it's really interesting. I wonder why I was so drawn to it. I think because I'd never seen anything like it before.
Well, it makes you...
What?
If it makes you feel any better, I watched House of a Thousand Corpses like 1,000 times.
I've never seen that, and I never will see that.
It is so fucked up. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It would be like on in my living room when I was like 11, and I'd be like, this is fine.
It's fine. No, I won't watch that.
No,
yeah.
that movie.
This movie definitely did like a lot of sexual things with girls that were of age, but they were playing younger girls and stuff like that. I must have been like 13 or 14. Definitely shouldn't.
I wasn't 11 when I watched House of a Thousand Corpses. I just need to go on record and say like that's not accurate. I was probably like 15. I know. We gotta wrap it up. Okay, this has nothing to do with the book.
We have not even finished. Okay, so we're out of.
They're out of the dinner party. We've talked about the basement. Yeah. It's a torture chamber. Jack makes Grace paint pictures of his clients who have been abused because he likes that, and he wants to put them in his red room of pain. That's also from 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey. That was similar though, because he paints the room red and then he puts like That was the only
It's
part.
also for women's pleasure. So like,
the little slight, that's part's different. But
and
the
it's
fact
also
that it's
Jamie
red,
Dornan. So like, don't even put him into this category right now.
So one thing I do want to say, so there is one point before that happens. There is a point where Grace begs Jack to go to the store because she wants to try to break free from him at the store. You don't remember this?
I don't remember this.
Yeah, so she's like begging him, please can I go to the store with you? I need to get out of the house. Like, please can I go to the store?
Oh, okay. Yes.
So
this is past.
This is at the past.
Very past, yeah.
Very past, because there's no
very beginning of them coming back from their honeymoon.
Yes.
You know what I realized? They've only been married
a year.
I know. So I was like, shit, this has been drawn out for like six years or something. No, it hasn't even been a year.
No, it hasn't.
Maybe a year.
It's been about a year. And so she like wants to go to the store because she's like, well, maybe that'll be my best bet. I can run away and find somebody to help me. And she does finally break away and goes to a policeman, and the policeman is like, Mr. Angel, is everything okay? So this is what I thought. This is my thought, is the fact that it makes me think of Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer was obviously a serial killer. He was hoping to like make his victims like zombies to like keep them around. That's why he like drilled into his heads. Did you know that? He was like
Jeffrey Dahmer.
He was the
boys.
No, the boys. Yeah, he was a prop.
No.
He killed boys. He killed boys
and also
ate them.
Gacy did too, right?
Yeah. Gacy was the clown. Jeffrey Dahmer.
It wasn't just boys with Dahmer.
I only know of boys that he killed.
Who am I thinking of? Okay, go on.
I'm not sure. But so Jeffrey Dahmer used to live in like an apartment complex, and he actually was really good friends with his neighbor, and like he would like talk with his neighbor and have her over for dinner and all that stuff. But he would always bring like boys back and he would kill them. And at one point, one of his victims ran away and ran into police officers. And
where did you hear this?
This is like knowledge about Jeffrey Dahmer. This is like one of the biggest.
Are you calling me stupid?
I'm just saying, you know too many cases about murder that it all blends together.
I know.
So one of his victims runs away, runs into police officers. Jeffrey Dahmer convinces the police officers that this kid is his lover. This man is his lover.
Oh my god.
And convinces the police officers to let Jeffrey take this victim back to his apartment, and he ends up killing him that night. Freaking cat. So he kills the guy that night, and it could have been the police that helped him, but Jeffrey Dahmer was a sociopath, so he's able to convince the police that it was his lover. And that's what makes me think of this. Not obviously, he's not killing Grace or anything like that, but Jack is able to convince the police officer and everybody around them that this is that Grace is going through like a manic episode.
God. I'm so sorry about my cat.
Don't be sorry, it's hilarious. Okay, friends, we're back.
Lava cap.
Oh, also book talk.
Yeah, I know. This is like This is quality right here.
Quality.
Do you ever wonder why podcasts are free? Here we are. Spokeswomen for free podcasts. Yeah. Okay, what were we talking about?
Okay, so now we're going into the Millie, blah, blah, blah.
Surely. Okay. Well, okay, we did the dinner.
After that. Okay, so we're back in the past again. After what Millie said about Jack throwing her down the stairs, Grace feels the pressure to like figure out a way to keep Millie safe. And again, like I said, like why wouldn't you just be like make a freaking ruckus every time people are around? And when people stop seeing you, they're going to be like, maybe she was right.
But
again,
if you have you have a super successful lawyer husband telling everybody, poor me, my wife is my wife is not inconsolable. My wife is like crazy, crazy or whatever. He says that she is. They're gonna believe the successful lawyer who works with battered women. They're never going to believe some wife that he married and like lives in the house. Yeah.
Thankfully, not us, because we will follow through.
Yeah. We're here for you.
Yes, we will do that.
So I'm in the past where this is where I don't know why. This is where I said to stop.
This is when
I might be in the wrong.
We've already talked about how like
I'm in the present.
Jack makes Grace paint battered women and all that stuff. And it's so that way he can hang them in the room that he wants to torture Millie in, because he wants Millie to see that every day that she's in this basement. Because the whole thing, like we even mentioned last week, how Jack like mentioned like, oh, Millie's favorite color is red, when it says in the book that her favorite color is yellow. She wants a freaking yellow room. And so Jack tosses Grace down in the basement because she tries to hit him over his head with a wine bottle to knock him out, because they were supposed to have a dinner party, which is like another couple, and she wasn't able to knock him out, and he calls the couple and was like, oh, don't come, and he throws Grace into the basement and makes her stay down there. Exactly. So
I think that's how the past chapter ends, and then we go into the present where were we not at that point yet?
We're kind of jumping around right now, to be quite honest, because again, because it is so difficult to go past, present. One thing that we're really missing out on right now is that when Grace was able to read, and she also had scissors, she cut out words in her book.
Trying to get a message to anybody.
So she was like, please help me, call the cops or whatever, call the police.
Jack finds out
because he like searches her before they go to this dinner party, and moves her to a different room and starts starving her. Oh, like she is trying so hard, and she really is. She's trying hard. She's trying to do it like where it's not such a big deal that she's doing, like she's hoping to get away with it.
Right.
So it's just a bummer. And this is when we go back to where I think like Millie is so incredibly smart, and how people like just really don't understand, like with people with Down syndrome. Oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
It is so crazy to me that people who like don't understand Down syndrome, like how do you not understand? First of all, they're not stupid people.
No, at all.
They are actually so smart.
Exactly. Yep. There just might be a learning curve in some way.
A little bit.
Yeah,
There's
differences. Whatever. Yeah.
There's differences. For me, it's more like, I mean, not me, but like it's more physical and like speech. Like you said, that's the main difference. But other than that, they're on board. Like, they're smart.
Not just that, like there's some of the happiest people. I've met quite a number of people with Downs, and there's some of the happiest people I've ever met in my life. Yeah. I actually knew somebody that used to call it up syndrome, because they're so happy and nice, so like they want to hug you and they want to show you affection, that it's not like, you know, it's just a family that I knew that with one of the kids that had Downs. And this is when you realize though, Millie is freaking
Millie's
amazing.
Like 20 steps ahead of everyone, first of all.
So last week we talked about
the fact how like that Millie does have Down syndrome, and everybody thinks, oh, she really needs Grace. She really relies on Grace, which yes, of course she does financially. I think Millie would be just fine.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But no, everyone underestimates Millie, which is an advantage for Millie. Grace and Millie.
Yeah, because you know what? Millie has thought of an idea. Yep. She is so smart. So she is constantly talking about going to this hotel to eat. And we've talked about this before. Like, she wants to go to this hotel, and Jack always finds a way.
Before they go there.
What?
Oh, wait. I think we talked about this last week where Millie's having a hard time sleeping.
Exactly.
And, okay. Yeah.
So Millie's having a hard time sleeping, and they start giving her sleeping pills to get her to go to bed. And they're like, I hope you're okay with that. And they're like, yeah, of course, you know, whatever you need to do to, you know, help Millie or whatever. So they go visit Millie, and Millie has told her teachers about going to the hotel and how she's going to do a report on it.
Oh, God, she's so smart.
She's so smart. And so Jack has to take them to the hotel so that way Millie can report back and, like, do a little report. And also all the teachers might get together for the end of the year dinner and go there and all that stuff. And they're depending on Millie to, like, give them, like, the information about this place. So Millie is smart and is like, Grace, I need you to come to the bathroom with me. You know,
my period.
And have my period. I need help, you know. They go to the bathroom, and what happens in the bathroom, Demi?
So in the bathroom, Millie gives Grace a wadded up tissue paper with all of her sleeping pills. And long story short, she says, we're going to give these to Jack, and you're going to kill him. Because that's what happens in the Agatha Christie books.
You know what's crazy to me is that for, like, a good few paragraphs, Grace is like, I don't get what you're doing. What are you talking about?
I
like,
know.
Why are you, I'm like, get on Millie's level.
Dude, like,
you're not thinking
step
about
up.
how
Do
to
you
like get
think
away from this guy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
George Clooney, you're already both there. You both know that Jack is a bad man. Look at your sister. Like, I think even Grace sometimes underestimates Millie.
I totally think she does.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she's like,
and also,
no.
Agatha Christie, you go, girl.
Yes.
Not that I condone murdering people, but he's also
bad
like,
people. Kill him.
Yeah. Him, who's
wait,
a
what? Who
torturous.
said that? Not me.
He also killed his mother, and he's also wants to torture somebody with Down
we
syndrome
could
for the rest
not
of their
care
life.
less about Jack.
Mm-hmm.
So I really like that Grace kind of
Distance herself.
distanced Millie from being a part of this.
So,
and so
she's actually tempted to flush down the pills down the toilet, but then she thinks to herself,
she says she gets a glimmer of hope.
Yep, because glimmer of hope. Like, this is the one thing that I have that could potentially stop Jack from torturing my baby sister.
Right.
And so she wants Millie to think that she gets rid of them because she doesn't want Millie to be associated with anything that she ends up doing.
Or like
if she
connected in any way. Yeah.
So she pretends to flush him down the toilet, but really she stuffs him in the very corner of her shoe, like the very toe of her shoe. And she's like, yeah, it's super uncomfortable, but at least
cares?
it doesn't matter. It's something that I have that I could
she can
maybe
hold on to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so Millie is super freaking pissed. She's like, why did you do that? Like, you basically got rid of our only chance.
Yeah.
And the whole rest of the day.
And also, Millie doesn't even know how bad it is.
No.
All she knows is that Jack pushed her down the stairs.
Exactly.
That's the only thing she has to go off of. And probably her sister's vibes.
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
other than that, like, not much.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
And so, like, Millie, the rest of the day, has, like, a super weird demeanor to her. Like, she seems super off. And Jack notices and is just like, hey, Millie, what's up? And she's like, well, I asked Grace to kill George Clooney, and she said she wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I know you don't like George Clooney, so it's really wrong. And Grace is like, oh my God, scrambling, not realizing, like, how do I stop this situation? I don't want him to ask her questions she doesn't know how to answer.
Yep.
And she, like, kind of doesn't do the best thing, I think, when she's like, oh, shoot, it's because Millie wants to see our house. She wants to see her room.
Right.
Don't bring her to the torture house.
No, but I really like how they build off of this. So
do I, because it's smart.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
So then they, like, go to the movies, and Jack's kind of sitting on the idea of bringing Millie to the house. And at the end of the movie, he's like, yeah, let's do it. But then Grace steps it up another notch and invites, not only invites Janice, but goes another step and says, would you mind driving Millie? Because it would save us the trip. Why would we drive back and forth?
And also that ensures that Millie will go back to school.
Yes, exactly. It's so, yes. It's protecting Millie on all accounts, and also it just pisses Jack off to no
totally
end.
Does. Oh, sorry. I'm trying to find out. I want you to hear the woman when she does the Irish voice.
Janice. Yes, play it.
Why don't you come too?
Oh, yeah.
I hear myself say to Janice. Then you can see Millie's bedroom for yourself. Millie claps her hands in delight. Janice, come too. Jack frowns. I'm sure Janice has better things to do with her weekend. Janice shakes her head. No, it's fine. In fact, I would love to see where Millie's going to live. Then, could I ask you to bring her down? I ask hurriedly before Jack can dream up a reason for Janice not to come. Of course I will. Be silly for you and Mr. Angel to drive all the way here, only to go back again. It's the least I can do.
God.
If you just...
Isn't that so good?
All I want to do is talk in this tone forever, and also watch Downton Abbey.
Downton. Of course I do.
Of course I do, Mr. Angel.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Oh my God. I'm not even going to try. Say it one more time.
That sounds like a lovely idea.
Oh my God, Jess, you're, like, very Irish.
Thank you.
Oh my God. You are not allowed to talk in any other accent.
I can't do it for long, though. I'm done.
God,
I'm
wait.
done.
That was so good. Irish and Australian is the hardest accents for me to, like, try and mimic.
Sidebar. Did you know Eric Bana, that plays Dirty John, is Australian?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that until today when I saw a video of him.
There is this part in, I think it's either Funny People with the Adam Sandler movie.
I haven't seen it, but...
So, okay, what's her name? The wife? Or no. She's not the wife. She's the girlfriend that got away years ago who Adam Sandler's obsessed
I've
with.
never actually seen the movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
but you know who I'm talking about because she's the girl in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
You're talking about Judd Apatow's wife?
Yes.
I love her so much. Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann.
Love her so much.
So there's this part. She's married to Eric Bana in Funny People.
She is?
And Eric Bana goes, he has this Australian accent. He goes, my brother says it all the time. He goes, Cameron Diaz, that's my girl. It's terrible. Like, I'm so sorry. I just did that. That was terrible. That's my fucking girl.
I love it. I feel like that was pretty good. I don't know the difference. I don't know.
It's terrible.
I definitely just insulted any people that were Irish that listened to me.
You did it amazingly. Like, I could listen, like, read my book.
I can only do it once I mimic it. I have to mimic it.
I wish you could pick what type of accent, because I would pick British accent for all my audibles.
I love it so much.
She has a really calming voice.
She totally does. I love it so. I love listening on Audible for this book. So sidetracked today. It's fine.
Yeah.
We have to recap
also,
everything.
we haven't seen each other in a long time.
We truly haven't.
So
we're like catching up on all the things.
Yeah.
I know.
I miss you.
I miss you.
Love, sorry, love you. Okay, bye. Anyway, okay, we're gonna finish the book.
But so
they
they asked the
invite
teacher
Janice, yes,
to bring Millie,
Yes.
take her to the party, and then when they get home,
Millie's birthday party.
Millie's
Did we
birthday.
say that? I don't know
we
if
didn't.
did.
So the whole thing was like Jack was like, "Oh, Millie, like come next weekend," and Grace gets the idea, but like, "No, come
Weekend
the following
after.
weekend because it's your birthday weekend," and that's when she invites Janice. So this is what's like really. This is where Grace is like starting to really smarten up.
Right.
They're in the car, and Jack is like, "Why the hell did you invite Janice?" And she's like, "Well, don't you want Janice to realize that Millie's gonna go to a safe home?"
Right.
And he's like, "Why do you want her to know that? You don't want Millie to be tortured." And she's like, "Well, I think I kind of just came to the fact where I have to accept it."
Yep.
She's like, "There's nothing. I've tried to
She's really just like trying to be 20 steps ahead of Jack.
Yeah, she's trying to switch the roles.
And she's trying to show Jack that like you've won.
You've won.
She wants him to feel that like ego about himself.
Which I think is such a smart move because when
Yes.
people have a very high ego of themselves, they let their guard down.
Exactly. And she knows that. And so, oh my God, I cannot wait to talk next week.
Oh my God, yeah.
But yes,
I need to
she's
know.
just really setting the tone.
Yeah.
She's slowly putting things into motion. And I love that we get to be a part of her mentality while she's doing
because
it.
this whole book is in her perspective.
Yes.
Which is what I like. I'm like trying to think of like how
Yep.
she's going about this because there's certain things that I would have done
Yep.
that may not have been the right
Totally.
choice, but like also may
don't
have.
know what it's like to be her.
No,
so it's
have
hard.
no idea. Have no idea. So she's like, well, I've come to terms with the fact that maybe that you're just going to torture Millie. That's just what's going to happen. And he's
I
like,
think
well,
he's like, yeah, I'm glad
you. Yeah, I'm glad you're like not fighting me anymore that way. Like I do wish that you would scream a little more often because I like the sound of your fear.
Ew,
But
stop.
you know,
I'm
it's so
gonna
gross.
throw
It's gross.
up.
So they get home and the phone is ringing and it's Esther on the line, and Esther is trying to check on Grace, saying like,
Right.
"Is she doing okay? Like, I'm so sorry about your miscarriage. My sister had a miscarriage." This is when Grace is. I love it so much. Where she's like, "Oh yeah, we're actually having a birthday party for Millie," and Esther is like, "Oh, can I bring by a card?" She's like, "Yeah, yeah, sure. I
Really
mean, yeah,
feeling-
go ahead and come by. That's fine. Yeah, go. That kids, I guess. Yeah, that's
Oh,
okay."
you wanted to bring the kids? I mean, the kids are okay to
And
come.
Esther's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. That's not what
Yes.
I'm saying. I
Yes.
don't mean to invite myself." And Esther's like, "No," or Grace is like, "No, that's fine. Go ahead. Yeah, that's okay." And like,
really making it seem like
Esther's
Esther's demanding to be there.
exactly. And so
Love
when
it.
she gets off the phone, Jack is like, "What the hell? Why
Yeah.
the heck did you invite
Yeah.
Esther?"
Love it.
And Grace is like, "I didn't invite Esther. She invited herself."
Oh, he's so good.
And I'm just like, "Yes,
Queen. Really taking the reins on
Totally.
this abusive relationship.
And then she starts begging Jack to cancel the party, which she doesn't want because she
No.
wants everybody to see where they live. She wants as many people to see the situation,
Right.
to see Millie there. And she's like,
Happy.
"Please, Jack, please just cancel the party. Please cancel the party." And he's like, "I love it when you beg. I'm not
Oh my
canceling
God,
the party."
I'm so sick. I'm
Yeah.
so grossed out.
Yep. He's like, "I'm not canceling it." He's like, "This is the perfect way to torture you."
You just gave me chills. Ew. Okay, but good for her.
Yes.
Love it.
Yep.
She's so good.
Yep.
She's really picking up on his psychopathness. I don't know
Exactly.
what the correct term is. We get it.
Yeah.
Is that how we end it?
I mean, pretty much, because we've already talked about being locked in the basement, screaming, blah, 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 blah. We don't need to do that again because it's depressing.
It's
We don't need
gross.
to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it. I think that's all I
Okay.
have. Do you have anything else?
No.
The last thing I have is that, like, the last little bit I have is the fact that Grace is trying to figure out how to sneak the pills that she stuffed in her
Right.
shoe to hide them. She's super stressed out because the thing happened with the words that she cut out of her book and the fact that Jack has found them and then, like, tortured her because of it. So she goes into the room and starts undressing because she has to undress in front of him. And she's trying to distract him to not look at her. And so she, like, bends down to, like, put her shoes in the box.
Her distraction, too. Are you going to talk about that?
Yeah, I was. But go for it. No, do it.
No, so, I mean, it's so clever. She's just really calculated where she's just like, you know, our neighbors are going to see Millie and this person who's going to be living with us now. And he's like, what? They can't see? Like, nobody can see in our backyard. And
she's like, yeah, but from this vantage point, you better look out there.
Right there, right past this window right here. And they can see into our garden from the house. And then she's reaching for her shoebox.
Mm-hmm.
And
he goes to look as she's doing that.
Yep. And her shoe has the pills in it.
Yep.
So she takes the pills and she shoves them into her waistband for her pajamas.
Pajamas.
Or her underwear
She has
or
to wear
something.
pajamas. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then he's like, no, they wouldn't be able to see it. And he's super distracted. So she was really smart in planning out. I love how she's
like
doing all
freaked
this.
out right now too because she's like, he's gonna stop me at any moment and realize what I had done.
Yep.
But
he doesn't. Nope, he doesn't.
She goes into her room.
She played it off really well too. Like
she's learned.
Yes. Yeah.
She's learned in this last year.
Yeah.
He locks the door behind her in her own. Locks her in her room. Mm-hmm. And she's like, oh my God, did I just get away with it? She's still not sure how to use them or how to get them to
But she
him.
has them.
But she has
and
them.
It's just this little piece of hope that she can hold on to.
Yeah.
So
that is it.
That's where we end.
That's where we end for this week.
Yep.
And after this, we finish the book.
Yep. Oh
well,
gosh.
I finally finished the book. Demi's finished.
I'm done, but I'm gonna read again. Like it's too
yeah,
good
you
not
have to. Yeah.
So
have you cast anybody else in the parts, Demi?
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like the two main parts that I've cast have been
so on point.
Thanks.
Literally, like that's all I'm picturing.
Thanks. Yeah.
We're having people write in about last month's book though, which is exciting.
Yes.
Lots of family, so I don't want to post people's family pictures.
Yeah, I know. So the last month when we were reading Kristen and Hannah's book Magic Hour, we never figured out who to cast in the part of Alice, and Demi had her friend text her a picture of her niece.
Yeah, like her niece or her cousin's second cousin or something like that.
And I was like,
no, truly like the most accurate.
Like I actually thought of her exactly like that, and it's a child, so we're not going to post her photo.
No.
But like the fact that it's
Thanks, Britt.
truly how I would picture her.
Yeah.
Thanks for sending us that photo. I'm really
like we still want to know about like past books. Like anything you have to say, send us everything.
And you can send that at Instagram at Can I Just Say One Thing. Our Gmail is Can I Just Say One Thing with a number 1 at gmail.com. Again, we're still not active on Twitter.
Yeah.
We're trying. It's just not working.
Anytime
we have so
I
many
post,
things.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's fine. But wait, next week, we're just finishing the book.
Yeah, finishing. Yeah.
It's one extra chapter, but like, could you even put it down? No.
No.
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Good luck trying to put it down.
No, you won't be able to.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. Okay.
Couple questions. Are we going into our little question?
Okay, my question. Oh, I read this wrong. It was funnier in my brain than it actually is.
What did you read?
Okay. I read a date texted me to wish Merry Christmas with a video after 4 weeks of radio silence. And I interpreted that as like
what?
Like the TV challenge, the TV static.
Oh,
like a video of that.
I was thinking of the show I used to watch, Radio Free Roscoe. Did you ever watch that? Oh my god, it was like the same era as Degrassi.
Never heard of it.
Okay, sidebar, goodbye.
But anyway, that's not what they meant.
Yeah,
It's okay. A date texted me to wish me Merry Christmas with a video after 4 weeks of silence. What did it mean? Should I engage in the conversation?
I mean, do you want to engage?
Right.
Like, truly. Well, I'm actually just curious to know, like, what the video was. But I don't know. It's like, it really is truly up to you, I feel. Is it something...
I think I would interpret that as if a person didn't text me for 4 weeks, I would... Also,
they're thirsty.
Thirsty, very, very thirsty. And it's 2 weeks before Christmas. So, like, why are you
cuff.
saying Merry? No, not even cuff. They're trying to hook up. They're trying to start a dialogue and be like, what are you doing tonight? Want to go grab a drink? Let's hook up. Like that. If I were looking for a relationship, I would not reach out, be like,
if I were looking for a
hookup,
hookup, then sure.
If they
like,
were
would
cute.
you want to? If you want to.
If it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's truly, it has to be, how does it sit with you?
Yeah.
Do you feel good about texting this person back?
Exactly.
Or do you think that's going to make you feel like shit if they don't respond again?
Totally.
You know? So,
Yep.
good luck with that because
Yeah.
it really is kind of up in the air.
It really depends on what you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay. I've been dating my boyfriend for 4 months and 4 months now, and I love him, and I've been holding it in because I don't want to say it first, but I'm about to burst. Should I wait until he says it?
No, say it.
Yeah. You're not,
If
you might
oh
be
my
14
gosh.
years old, but at the same time,
Truly, like no one knows your age, but just say it. Say
Just
how
say
you
it.
feel, and if he
Yeah.
doesn't, then like maybe he will later, and maybe not. Like whatever. Say how you feel.
just be honest.
Be honest.
Yeah, and I keep thinking about this because I've been like really not thinking about death necessarily, but like thinking about
Oh my
like
God, I've
how
been thinking
short
about death a lot. But anyway.
Yeah, but like how short our life really is.
Yes.
It's truly a short life.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like in the blip of the universe, our life means nothing. But
Truly.
like do say what you're thinking
Yep.
and try to be honest with the people around you to the extent that you feel comfortable. And if you love this person, and you should definitely say it.
Say what you need to say.
Say what you need to say.
Is that the words?
It's like over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay,
Say what
that's
you
right.
need
I
to say.
hate that
Say
song.
what you
Love
need to
John
say.
Mayer.
Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. Say what you need to say.
And scene. I hate that song. Like I love John Mayer. I hate that song. And Jess is broken.
I'm broken.
She's stuck on repeat. No, but truly, say what you need to say.
What I need to say is, come join us next week.
Yeah, see us next week, guys. Want to know what you think?
Yeah, we'll
Email
announce our
us.
new book that we don't know yet.
No, we do.
We do?
We
We
do.
are doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and make
Just
sure
have a delightful night and
say what you need to say.
say what you need to say.
No, but really, like, hold your loved ones tight and let them know.
Because you're going to die someday. Sorry, that's so evil. You'll be fine.
You
I
guys
love you so
rate
much.
and subscribe. Like, mainly subscribe and, like, let us know.
It helps. It
You
truly
guys
helps.
don't even understand how much it helps. Like, we just
love us. Just I'm not desperate.
love me. Okay, but seriously.
But do.
You guys, do it. Do it. Guys,
it.
do it. Do it. I mean, what? Guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bloops.
What was that, Demi?
Put it in the bloops. You said it.
But it's funny when you
All
say
the
it.
things are going in the bloops.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel about Dirty John? I know.
Same. He's a dick, I know. Deborah's a badass.
So bad.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Okay, you're not hungry. Look at how bitchy he looks.
Oh, he's pissed.
For what though?
Resting cat face, you know? Cats always have bitch-ass faces.
But he's so cute and
No, I love him. Don't get me wrong.
I love you so much.
So, your fiance, Brett, posted a photo.
Oh, I know. Oh.
And-
we photoshot all day long with this kid.
Yeah, I showed Shiloh, and then I made Shiloh watch it on his stories because I was just like, look at it. Go look at it. Go look at it.
He's really cute.
He's so cute.
And he's tired all the time. Like, I'm a little concerned.
Oh. little baby. Well, it's like that weather.
His tumors
type thing.
disappeared.
I don't think it was a tumor.
There was 3 lumps.
I bet you it's like some type of like, not, he's outside a lot.
Got acne on his chest. Ew.
We all have acne, I guess.
Oh my, no. I have acne. You have
excuse
perfect
me,
skin. Don't
This
talk
is
to
full
me.
coverage makeup, ma'am.
Same.
No,
Look
'cause-
at it.
No, because you use bare minerals, and that's not full coverage.
Okay. Fine. It still hurts, and I want
I
to pick
know.
it so bad.
It doesn't really look bad, though. I can see it, like, hurting.
It's
I can
literally leading Santa's sleigh. That's what's
Rudolph?
happening.
The red-nosed reindeer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's wine time.
Give me that lava cat. Oh my god, that's too much.
No, it's not. Excuse me,
Oh
ma'am.
my god, that's too much.
You live here. You're fine.
It's true. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna crawl right into this bed.
I'm not even
We
going
should
into my
record
room.
in bed. Let's go.
Ooh.
Cozy up.
When we watch Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Okay. Some legit content. No, it doesn't work. It doesn't work like the bottle.
He's back.
Meow. Oh my god, have you heard that song? I'm so excited right now. Have you heard that song? So, my old roommate Anna and I would always go, I'm a cat, I'm a kitty cat. I dance, and I dance. And every time I do it, I like move my hands around, and my sister Jen is gonna hate me right now
Oh my God,
because
yes.
as soon as I sing that song, it's gonna get stuck on her head all day. I'm a cat, I'm a kitty cat, and I dance, and I dance.
Doesn't he say, and meow, meow, meow?
Oh
and
yeah,
meow, meow,
literally,
meow?
yeah. But it's just I just sing that part because that's the one I'm just like excited about. His tail's so fat.
He's fat. He's fat now.
Fat. He's not fat.
Remember
He's truly
how?
not.
Remember how skinny he was?
He was also like a kitten back then.
I put it. Oh, so I put it on mute. Did you see that?
No.
So that
How do you
nobody
put it on mute?
Volume.
There's a
fine.
fucking volume button.
Bitch, you didn't know?
No, girl.
Volume. Oh, I love deleting the volume.
Friends, I'm learning new things about Instagram, and I thought I knew all the things.
Okay, I didn't know anything. How do you add videos in a different part of the video? What?
Add?
What did I just say?
No idea. No idea.
Your hair looks amazing right now.
It's so greasy.
No, it looks so killer.
I need to still do the whole editing this fucking shit out.
Boo.
Okay, we're back.
Fine, I'll see you tomorrow.
Fine. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, no, I don't care.
Except for I super care.
I care so much. Say hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Hello, my name is Tatum, and I am 11 years old.
You guys, okay, we're back. I don't know what we just said right now, but sidebar real quick. I freaked the fuck out
my God.
because Demi was like listing off for like bridesmaids and stuff, and I didn't know. I mean,
Okay, can I just say really quick that Brett got mad that I did it this way?
why?
Because I'm still gonna like ask you. That wasn't how I'm asking you, but I thought that you knew, and I've never been married. Like, I don't know how you do it. There's no formal way. With me, it's just like, yeah, be there, get it together. I don't care.
So Demi and I were out to get coffee
Like
one
last
day,
week.
last week on
Oh
Friday
my
or whatever.
God.
I don't know what day it was. And Demi was like, "Oh yeah," she's like, "So I don't know, like." I'm trying to decide on this last person, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, so this person, you, and I freaked the fuck out.
She started crying, you guys.
I did. I totally started crying. I was like, me? What? And she's like, so
I'm
later,
like, yeah.
later on,
obviously.
she texted me and she's like, what do you think we were, just associates? And I'm like,
Work associates.
Actually, I thought we were colleagues.
Colleagues.
That's the voice I did in my head, by the way.
I know. I heard it.
I know.
Oh my God, it just made me laugh so hard. And then,
And it's like, and this is what I told her. I was like, it wasn't that I didn't, because obviously we're best friends and stuff. It wasn't that I didn't think we were good friends. It was the fact that you have so many good friends.
I don't know who you speak of. Who are these
Literally
good friends?
every one of your friends loves the fuck out of you. So.
Who are they?
All of them. I will list them later.
Which multiple people? I literally think I know 6 people. And they're gonna be in my wedding.
I truly think that it's like 10 people ahead of me.
No! Oh my God, no. I think we should hold hands for the rest of the episode.
Can you kiss my hand again? Love a cat. do that. Oh, we were in the car. Maybe you kissed my What is that? Oh my god.
Brett's gonna be so surprised when he gets home. Surprise, I'm drunk. That's what you have to look forward to.
Hope you're ready.
This is your future, bitch. I should also be naked, like, just for fun.
Oh my god, do the naked man. What is happening? Oh my god, my throat
Lava
hurts.
cap!
Lava cap, you strike.
Oh.